Hi guys, so today I wanted to make a video on my all-time favorite makeup products. Some of these are products that I'm still trying out and I'm still getting my full opinion on, but so far I am really liking. But some of these are ride or die. I love them, and I have a few of each category.
Sometimes it's how it goes. Took a couple L's, so you know I'm on the road, I'm all alone.
I'm just gonna go in order of how you would apply them to your face. So starting off with primer, my first primer ever actually is the Benefit Professional, and I'm honestly like almost out of this, but I love this product, especially since I have big pores around here and my forehead. I love to use this to just blur them out and smooth everything out. My all-time favorite primer. When I'm finished with this one, I'm definitely gonna buy a new one because I love this so much. Moving on to facial primers, I have two that I am literally almost out of. So the first one is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I love this because it's very refreshing on the skin, but it's a great primer because it gets your face tacky and it helps the foundation just adhere to the face better. So this just gives you a nice tacky finish, but it's also hydrating. And the same thing with this one. This facial mists in general are very multi-purpose. You can prep your face with them, you can set your face with them, you can use them for eyeshadows, you can use them to re-dampen your sponge. They're just very good for many things, which is why I run out of them so quickly. But this is the MAC Fix Plus. I think this is the first like facial mist that I got. Actually, that's a lie. The first facial mist that I got was a NYX one, but that one is like whatever. But this is the first one that I fell in love with, and I'm gonna be needing to get a new one soon. I used this in my last video. This is the Pixi Glow Mist. And lately I have been really liking this. I've been really liking to have a dewy face, dewy finish on my makeup, and this really does that. When I'm going for a dewy look, I like to just use a matte foundation first, use other products to make my face dewy. So this is one of the things that I like to use. Moving on to foundations. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is the Desert Beige shade. This is dark for me right now, but when I'm a lot more tan, this is a pretty good match for me. This is more of a matte foundation. It doesn't have a super matte finish, but it is a little bit more on the matte side. And this is supposed to be really good for flash photography. So I like the finish and I like the coverage. You can really build it up, and this is just I gravitate towards, especially when I'm darker. This is like the only foundation I have that is dark. And the next foundation is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I also just got this, but I've been really liking it, especially the shade. I think it matches me better than the rest of the foundations I have. It has a yellow undertone and it just really goes with my skin well. I do like the finish of this. This is really matte. You don't even need to set your face if you're using this. If you don't want to, you really don't have to because it's that matte. And I really like the coverage as well. So, oh, these are both drugstore. So, the concealers, I have two. I have used quite a few concealers. I'm just like one of those people who have tons of concealers, but it's never enough. I just love trying out new concealers, and the ones that I really like and that I will grab no matter how many concealers I have are the LA Girl Pro Concealers. I always use this one to contour. I love it. It's like the perfect shade to contour with if you're a little bit, if you're not too fair. They have a ton of shades in this concealer. I do have a few other shades for concealing. I really like these, and they're like $3 each. So then I've also recently got these Maybelline Fit Me concealers, but they are really good. The only thing about these is I just wish the coverage was a little bit more full, but you definitely can mix these with another full coverage concealer and it'll blend out like a dream. But I really love these to clean up my eyebrows, prime my eyelids, conceal, and all of that stuff. So I really, really like these. The Laura Mercier powder is my ride or die. I have been using it ever since I started my makeup. Ever since I started doing makeup, I was like, this is the powder I'm going to get, and I got it and I love it. And I also have been using the Coty airspun powder. I did recently buy that as well, and those are the only two face powders I have because they are the only ones I trust. They are the only ones I've heard that truly do not give flashback, and I agree with that. So I really have been liking that Coty airspun as well, but love this. So for bronzing, my Smashbox Suntan Matte Bronzer has got to be my favorite bronzer of life. Love how it's nice and matte, and it's very warm toned, but it doesn't look too orange. Especially on the skin, it gives you such a nice bronze look, and I love it. However, I have never been able to find this in Sephora, so I'm pretty sure you can find this on their website or something like that, but I have never been able to find it on Sephora. For contour, I usually skip around and just use random products, anything that I can see, and for a long time I did contour and bronze with this, so I just recently got this as well. This is the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the caramel toffee shade, and this is very warm toned. This bronzer contour shade is very warm toned, and this is a banana powder, but I really wanted to get this one opposed to the other shade that they have because this is just like, I love having a very nice bronzy look to my skin, and I really feel like this contour shade is like my dream. But if you are more fair than me, or you just don't like a warm contour, you like more of an ashy contour, they do have another shade that you might like better. But yeah, I've been using this and I really, really like it. It's very nice, very pigmented, and very affordable. For highlight, I am one of those people that I don't buy many highlights because I have trouble finding ones that I fall in love with, but this one is what I have on my cheeks right now, and I am glowing a lot. And this is very affordable as well. This is from Physicians Formula, and it is just so good. I have used this before. I love it. Definitely has darker shades if you are a little bit more tanned and you have a more deeper skin tone. You definitely have a few shades right here that will work for your skin, so I really, really like this. I forgot to mention, but the Real Techniques beauty sponges are probably my favorite beauty sponges because they're so affordable. They are very squishy. I have lately been using the Morphe sponge, and I really like this as well, but I just think Real Techniques is something that you can find actually in store, because I know that the Morphe store is only in California. There's only like one Morphe store in California. So I do know that ordering it online might not be as convenient for some people, but this, I know that you can find Real Techniques in your local drugstore, so that is why I really, really like these. And I like that it has a flat edge and a pointy point. Eyebrows, my ride or die eyebrow product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. Mine is in the shade Soft Brown. For the past few days though, I have been using the e.l.f. Lock On Liner and Brow Cream just to see which one I might like better, because I do know that there is a big price difference between these, but I have been using this for over a year and it is the best thing, especially since I have very sparse, very thin, and very light eyebrows. I really like to make them nice and bold, and with this is a really good. I feel like pencils on me, I don't have enough brow hairs and I don't have dark enough hair for it to look good, so I think the pomade is like, I love it. Like I said, for eye primer, I don't have an eye primer. I always have used concealer or even foundation if I'm doing like a no eyeshadow type of look. I'll just go over my eyelids with a little bit of foundation. So I do not have a eye primer, but I do use any concealer that I'm using that day or anyone that I can just find, I will just throw that on my eyelids. My two favorite palettes, eye palettes. Of course, like the Jaclyn Hill palette has easily topped all of the other palettes I have. I love the tones in here and I love the pigmentation and I just love it. This is a little bit pricier than Morphe's regular palettes, but I do think it is definitely worth it because I love this. And another eyeshadow palette that I really have fallen in love with. This is also one of my first palettes. I'm pretty sure this is yeah, one of the first palettes that I ever bought by myself. The Modern Renaissance palette. It is beat up because I used to use this all the time and I still use it very often. I just kind of get the Jaclyn Hill palette a little bit more, but this one is definitely a very good palette. For eyeliner, my NYX matte liquid liner is my favorite liner of all time. I have used a few other eyeliners in the past. I have used gel eyeliners, felt tip liners. This is just my favorite. It's like $7 or $8 and it's so good. It is to what I used today. It's very black, it's very matte, very easy to work with. For eyelashes, I don't really have favorite eyelashes. When the eyelashes that I have are kind of messed up and I can't use them anymore, I'll just buy different ones. I don't really have a favorite eyelash, but my favorite eyelash glue is the Duo eyelash glue. This is like, I don't know, it's just, it looks like this. It's not the black one, it's just a brush on one, but I really like this. I find it way easier to apply onto lashes and I like that it dries clear. So yeah. And for mascara, I don't have a favorite mascara. When my mascara gets dry, I will just go buy a different one that looks like it would work. But I am trying out the voluminous Lash Paradise. Everybody seems to rave about this. The only thing I don't like about it though is that it is waterproof, but I do like that it doesn't flake on me, and I think that that might be because it's waterproof. So I don't know if it being waterproof is a good or bad thing, but I do know that it just makes it a little bit hard to take it off when you're taking off your makeup. It's just a little bit harsh to take off, but so far I have been liking this. It doesn't flake on me, which I do have problems with mascaras. They just are always coming off. The last thing we have is lips, and I have two that I use all the time for everything. This is the Anastasia liquid lipstick. This is the shade Crush, and I really like this formula. This formula is very creamy and it's not drying, and I love the finish, and I think this is really good. I have not really tried many of their other lipsticks, but this one is definitely one of my favorites. I love the color, the formula, everything. And then also one of the first liquid lipsticks that I got was the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Lolita, and I really like the color of this and the formula of this as well. I also like the applicator on this one. I don't know what it is about it, but I feel like the applicator on this one is different from this one, but I find it really easy to apply to get nice sharp lines. So yes, these are the two liquid lipsticks that I ride and die for. My favorite makeup wipes are the Neutrogena makeup remover cleansing towelettes. These are really good. They have like a built-in makeup remover, or like it has something built into the wipes that just makes it really easy to wipe away all of your makeup, and you don't have to keep rubbing. You just kind of gently glide it on your face and it takes off all of the makeup. So these are like my ride or die favorite makeup products ever. I really like these products, and most of them are super affordable, so I don't know why I always do this with my hands. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys want to see more videos like this, or if you guys just want to see more videos, then subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in my next video.